Good evening, salutations, my GH fans. So the question of the day is Dex the new Jason? In my review, one of the things I was saying was that it seems like it's deja vu. Okay? You got Dex, who got shot. You got Joss, who is, she is scared, she's nervous, but she's doing what she can to, save his life. How you doing, Spider-Quake? How you doing, Jakaris? Jakaris, I'm actually doing pretty well. How you doing today? I want to give my guy DC a little bit more time. See, this is what happens when we don't sit there and communicate. Um, what's good, Mel? How you doing? Thank you for joining Spider-Quake. Thank you for joining Mel. Thank you for joining Jakaris. I know that DC was still, well, I don't know if he's almost done yet, but here's the thing. I wish I would have knew that he was doing his live stream because I would have waited a little bit, but to at least he finished it up. Spider Quick says, I'm not a fan, but what she did today was stupid. Yeah, it was stupid. Um, Auto 20 was good. Mel says, how is your call? Oh, I'm actually doing a lot better. Thank you so much for asking. Thank you for doing so much for asking. Thank you so much for asking. I appreciate that. Yeah, this episode was crazy. This episode was crazy. It was good. It was good. It was good. Um, but it just makes me wonder: is Dex the new Jason? I mean, as you know, Steve isn't coming back to GH. As far as we're concerned, he's going to be on GH. Now, Spider Quick says, I honestly think Josh should be a nurse. I don't know. They need to appeal to the younger audience from 20 to 23 years old demographic. Yes and no. Yes and no. But that's actually an interesting. That's actually an interesting statement. What's good, Blackmon? How you doing tonight? Um, Mel says you seemed like you were very tired from the cold last night on live. Yeah. Yeah, Mel, I was, but it was a lot of fun though. And I enjoy talking to everyone here. So Nikki said, Texas Smith with Josh. He called unbelievable today. It was sweet. Yeah, Nikisha, and that makes me question. Is Dex going to be new Jason? Was good, Karen. How you doing tonight? Spider Quick says also no one can be the new Jason. Kinda yes and no. Kinda. Yeah, you kind of just said the same thing. What's good, Makai? How you doing tonight? Blackman, I'm actually doing a lot better. Angelica's in the chat. Thank you for joining. Spiderquack says, how you feel about Josh and Dex almost kissing? I didn't see your review yet. I mean, it's gonna happen. I have no films out of the way, but we know it's gonna happen. Okay, we know it's gonna happen. So when it happens, it'll just be a lot better. At that point, you just get it over with. Angelique says, I'll take Dex as new Jason. He is young enough. Yeah. Jefferson says, am I the only one that doesn't want Josh to cheat? I want her to leave Cam. Yeah. I mean, that would be the honorable thing to do. But with these soaps, you know? Spotty Quick says, Heather and Cam, that was the best scene today for me. Yeah. You know what, Spotty Quick? That actually was a really good scene. It was. And you can tell, like, Heather, if Franco didn't love Cam, he was going to be donezo. Cam says, nobody can take Jason's place. I do like him. Yeah, I mean, listen, he's my guy. DC said, "Did you get the text?" And I sent an email from you here. I got a phone call, DC. I didn't get a text, but I'll check my phone again. Uh, Mel says I watched Days of Our Lives on Peacock, and that's a great episode today. Yeah, it was. And it's funny, Mel, I was actually going to sit there and try to do my review because DC was still doing his live stream. Yeah, he was still doing his live stream, so I didn't want to like cut him short or anything like that. So, what's good, Stacks? How you doing tonight? Spider Quick says Heather's gonna escape probably. Well, if they do, then it's gonna be very sad. Ottawa 20 says we need new, younger, and next Sunny, and also the new, young, and next Jason. Well, Ottawa 20, I'll give you that much. As far as Dex being the new Jason. In case she says, I don't think Heather was going to hurt anyone today. She just wanted to be out. Yeah, but I mean, if it was, here's the thing: if it was anyone else, if it was anyone else that called the cops, they would have been done so. Alicia says Heather had a BLT, not a burger. Hmm. Maybe I okay. If you're talking about me, I might have said a burger, and that was by accident. And Karen says Nina's so delusional. Why can't she just leave Will alone? Yeah, yeah. I mean, well, Karen, at this point, we all know that Nina's delusional. Angelique says if Morgan comes back, he'll be the next Sonny. Very interesting. DC says, I'm just waiting for Heather to have a scene with Jeff, but it seems we saw of the Webbers on Monday is all we're going to get. Stack says Nina's got her dessert. Willow's not vindicated, but she's tired. Idol 20 is Days of Our Lives starting to get more edgy on Peacock. Um, no, not since the threesome. Not since the threesome, no. What's good, Tracy Steves? How you doing tonight? I'm hungry. A burger they both started with. Speaking of, I think I was hungry. But I had to sit there. I was sitting there thinking, like, do I want a different ice cream? And I'm like, no, not really. Oh my God, this looks so good. Oh, now says Spiderquake. Willow wants need to drop dead, but if Nina dies, Willow will die. Well, yeah, of course, but Auto 20 says I think it will get edgier by March 2023. Maybe. Might be onto something. Auto 20. Mel says it was a great twist of EJ. Yes. Yep. I agree with that. And Luke says hot girls. Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong, Angelique. I mean, it's good research material. Okay. Which, by the way, researching last night actually really did help me out. So, hmm, so good. Oh my God, it's so good. Tracy says, I'm good. I'm glad you're all good. I'm glad you're here. Zach said, how did Nina being messy help Wiley? Exactly. Exactly. But Elise said, Nina and Willow both can go. Nikisha said, at least you're getting your calcium and take care. That is true. But I'm gonna enjoy my latte in the morning because I'm waking up at I got to be at work at 6, so definitely gonna have my Starbucks. Spike Quick says, damn. Stack says, Dix reminds me of Jason. Yep. He said, what are we eating today? Well, we are eating ice cream, and of course, I gotta have this. So, pretty much kind of like what I usually eat. This Chemo Beauty. How you doing tonight? Thank you for joining. It's good seeing you again. Angelique says, research. Research C told you it works. Yes, Angelique, it usually does. And what's amazing is that I didn't sleep like a log today. So it cleared out the sinuses. It was just so great. Mel said, "What kind of ice cream are you eating today?" I am eating Reese's Pieces. And it's so good. Oh, so good. Um, Lisa says, "I love me some Nina, but she really messed up making that assumption about Willow and TJ." Yeah. See, DC, this is why we get along, because even though that we like our characters, we can both admit when they mess up. Karen says, "What is Michael paying Dax?" The guy continues the guy continues getting hurt. Yeah. In case says, "I like that TJ told Sonny how trifling it was." Yes, exactly, Nikisha. And Sonny known TJ since he was a kid. You know, I'm just gonna put this right here because I don't know why. It's like the ice cream tastes even better tonight. Tonight, it tastes even better tonight. Mel says that is a good choice, but try Butterfinger ice cream. I might do that. Might do that, Mel. I don't know. Last time I had the cookie dough one, and it was okay, but it was like, I mean, it wasn't Reese's. Mm-mm. Okay, let me have some soda because Stack says Nina only apologized how she tried. Now DC says, and plus, even if Willow was having an affair with TJ, that's none of her business because at one point Willow and Michael were co-parenting Wiley before deciding to get together. Yeah, that's true. Stay in your lane. Stay in your lane, boo. Spider-Quick says, I think Robin looked so good back then, but dang, wait, nothing wrong with that though. She still looked great. Spider-Quick, at that time, she was pregnant. Tracy Steve says, ice cream is so good when it's cold out. When it's cold. Yeah, but I don't like it too cold though. I want it to be at a bit of room temperature, but not like mush though, if that makes sense. Angelique says, I love Ben and Jerry. Jerry, interesting. Police says, are these Reese's pieces in that ice cream couldn't eat that if you Oh, at least you're not a fan of Reese's pieces, is that it? Do you like chocolate or you just don't like Reese's pieces? Mel says, well, I'm enjoying drinking my Mike's Hard Lemonade. Black cherry. Oh, now see now you're talking about drinks. I love me some Mike's Hard Lemonade. D Haviland, how you doing tonight? Thank you for joining. Spider Quick says, yeah, she was pregnant in real life the last time she was on, yeah, she was pregnant. And DC says, plus accusing TJ when his uncle was Curtis. One of Nina's few friends was not smart on her parents. Yeah, on her part. Mikhail says, Albert, now you got me wanting cold stone creaming. Yeah, Mikhail, somebody actually said that, I mean, I don't like calling myself an influencer, but somebody said that they got some ice cream because of me. So I guess I'd be okay with being a ice cream influencer, if that makes sense. Um, Even though I don't like the word influencer, it just sounds super pretentious. Stack said Ava told Nina she wanted to stick it to Michael. Yeah. Spider Quick says that's why her face looked bigger and stuff. Yep. She was pregnant. Lisa said, agree. Okay, I guess you're talking to Nikisha. She said, I mean, I eat ice cream home in the wintertime. It's odd because I don't like cold stuff, or I don't like it when it's really cold. But that ice cream is so damn good. Elise said, love chocolate, just not a candy fan. Okay, good point. I'm not a candy fan either usually. Buddy Quake says, I miss Robin. Trace said Rocky Road and Butter Can are my favorite. Butter Pecan. Tracy Steves. I like the idea of butter pecan. I gotta remember that. DC says, but how do you eat all of this and stay in shape? Have one ice cream ball and turns into DC, I have a high metabolism, but since I'm getting older, I feel like eventually it's gonna catch up to me and I will have to actually work out. Um Mel says I love sober or strawberry raspberry. Hmm. What's good, Richard? How are you doing tonight? Thank you for joining. Um, Pistachio. Oh, okay, Alicia. Now, Spider Quick says my favorite: Sam, Jason, Britt, Anna, Lulu, Maxie, Sunny, and Robin. D. Haviland says maybe Dex is Jason's son. I feel like that's going to be a rumor that's going to be spreading around for a very long time. Hmm. Mm-mm-mm. I'm just, I know it looks weird on my face, but I'm just enjoying this so much. But yeah, De Havilland, or De Havilland, that's been a rumor going around for a while. Even DC was thinking talking about it. Stack says why Sonny is not trying to look for Dex. I mean, I don't know how long it's been, but he probably should get on that. DC says I feel Dex is doing way more than Jason ever did. Elise says Sonny will never marry Nina. I don't know, Alicia. Mel says strawberry um cheesecake. Hmm, interesting. I do like cheesecake. I'm not a fan of cheese, but I do like cheesecake. Very good. Karen says, I think Dex is Sunny and Lily's son. Yes, Karen, I don't know if I know somebody else said that, but I think you're the second person that said that, though. Spider Quick says, I feel like Jordan getting hooked next. Spider Quick says, who is Lily? Spider Quick, Lily was apparently Sunny's first wife that got killed in a car bomb. So yeah, that was Sunny's first wife. Stack says Nicholas is not nothing. He let Liz and took Esme. Lisa says, oh, okay. That's a common plus DC. I'm like, should I have the noodles or should I have the ice cream? I'm gonna have the ice cream. Like, oh, okay. Spiker said, oh, never mind. I saw that clip. Hmm. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Now, DC said the strawberry cheesecake one is so trash to me. My BF brought it and it just sits in my trash. That's why it's always that's why it always buys one, gets one. It's almost everyone that ice cream. Now Tracy says have both. Hmm. Tracy, Tracy Steve, you have a very good point. I like the way your mind works. D. Haviland says, I do not like this necklace, and my necklace is just dumb, in my opinion. Yeah, they haven't exactly been writing him too well today. But Spider-Quake says Nicholas was not playing today. Though, yeah, he did say once you have that baby, it's donezo. Did anyone see how much I was spent there trying to reach for the ice cream? Yeah, before it actually starts to get too cold. He said, Hello, Lau. You're awesome. I enjoy your videos. Thank you. Thank you, Tracy. That means a lot, Tracy. Thank you so much. Mel says I love Bluebell ice cream. Chocolate, but only comes in the winter. Hmm. Mel, I am liking the idea of that Bluebell ice cream now. Sounds sounds mighty good. Spider says Elizabeth and Nicholas is going to sleep together like Josh and Dex. You know, I had to think about that for a minute, Spider because I was like, you know what? Like, you know what? You might actually be right. Might be right. Then who's Ava going to be with? Now, Spider says maybe Finn and Ava will get together. Oh, okay. I was just about to sit there and wonder about that. I was like, who's Ava going to be with? Stack says Victor couldn't wait. So Ava, Esme is alive. She almost choked. I bet Victor find her. He Hagelin says, in my opinion, when Spencer and Laura find out that Nicholas is going to be a father again, they should be doing with his butt. Yeah, but you know they're not though. DC says it's time like this. I feel like Alexis should have been there. Ava says, Nikisha says Ava don't deserve that punishment. Spidey Quick says Ava almost died. I'm choking. Hmm. I know I feel like I'm exaggerating with this ice cream, but I'm like, I feel like it's so good. It almost brings tears to my eyes. It's just that good. Maybe the other one wasn't really. I don't know. I had the other one for a while, so. No, Angelique says Nicholas just needs. No, Angelique says Nicholas needs another kid. He only has one. Spider Quick says he got Esme pregnant. Spider Quick, no, I know what you meant. I know what you meant. Yeah, Spider Quick, that autocorrect sucks. DC said I was watching Tuesday's Y&R episode early today, and the look on Victor's face when Sally was packing her stuff. She gave Sally the look like, sis, you still. DC, yeah, I saw that too. I was like, when I saw Sally Smith there packing her stuff, I was like, bro, what are you doing here? What was you doing? Yeah, but Nikisha, come on. How long does it take to sit there and pack up the little bit of stuff that you had? It got to a point where Victoria was like, yo, do you need me to call security just to help you pack? Like, listen, Nikisha, as much as I call her the Ice Princess, she did have a point. The fact that they walked in there and it was just like, what are you still doing here? DC said, not gonna lie, I thought Sally should have been like, yes, exactly. DC said, Victoria's face, I think, was everyone's face. Yes, DC, I saw it this morning and I was just like, the hell are you doing here? He says, because truth be told, Sally had been fired a week. Mikhail says, please, Y&R, do not put Sally with Nick. Spider Quick says, do you think Dex is going to turn on Michael? Most likely, yep. Most likely. Mel says, I like when Bonnie found Susan in the shed and started, oh, yeah, me too. I actually just finished, well, I just finished it today, so if it's not too late, I'm going to try to put out my review. But yeah, how many people right now is watching Y&R? We can still talk about GH for the people who want to talk about GH, but how many people watch Y&R? DC says Victor wanted Sally out with the quickness. Yeah, but DC, she should have been gone already. She should have been gone. Mel says, I love Adam and Chelsea together. Um, good. Spike Quick says, I will tomorrow for the first time. Okay. All right, Spike Quick. I look forward to hearing your thoughts on it. So we'll talk about it afterwards at 8 p.m. Stack says, Amanda speaks so highly of Amani if she knew. Yeah. Spike Quick says, Amani be confused, but oh well. DC says, I'm surprised no one told Adam that Chelsea is hospitalized given that they. Yeah, yeah, that's true, DC. I mean, Billy was like, "Oh, we gotta tell him something." I'm like, "When's that gonna happen?" What's good, Crystal? Thank you for joining. Mikhail says, "Yes, I'll watch Y&R, and from what I'm seeing, Devon is feeling Abby. Yeah, but I mean, that whole, where are you going? Where are you going, Amanda? It just happened. I mean, you can't give up on our love." I'm like, bro, shut up. I was like, literally, shut up. Now Stack says, I feel bad for Phyllis losing her friend. Yeah, but Stacks, man, I mean, I don't know what's going on. I thought that the actress was leaving. I see her here this week. I have no idea what's going on. The Heaven says, my opinion, I think Cody lied about the betraying test. I do think Cody is Max's son. Mac's son. Yeah, the Heaven, yes. He looked at the paper and he literally lied right to Mac's face. Mel says, me, myself, and I, LO, watching Days of Our Lives. Spotty Quick says, if Willow dies, it's Carly's fault. Yeah, I'm with that. Mel says, already watched The Young and the Restless for tomorrow. Lisa says, when Sally told Victoria, Nick said I could take my time. Victoria gave her a look that said, and so what? It doesn't matter. Exactly, Rick. Pretty much, she was like, yo, Nick don't run this ish. Okay? Let's just be very clear. Nick does not run this ish. Okay? I'm in charge. Okay? Get security sit there and help you get your stuff up out of here. It was actually a good episode. And you just saw the way Abby kept running after Chance. Like, Chance was a lot better than I would have been. Chance was so much more better than I would. I would have been plotting revenge. I would have been thinking about how many girls am I going to sit there and knock boots with to get over this chick. Stax says, Amanda played that part. What do you mean by that, Stax? Like she did it. She did it really well. Or like, what do you mean? DC says when Sally failed to realize is that once Adam left Newman Media, her days were numbered. Yep, that's true. Spike Quick says Heather's eating disgusting me out, but funny. Mel says, how did you like when Tucker was telling Ashley about all the information about Diane getting blackmailed by Jeremy Starks? Was that the future episode? Was that the episode for tomorrow? Because I didn't watch that episode. Hell, I got to catch up to today's episode, which is probably going to be at like, I don't know, 5 o'clock in the morning. Nikki says the only Abby scene I've ever enjoyed was her spluttering and spluttering, trying to explain the chance, talking about she didn't know what happened. Oof. Yeah, Nikisha. I don't know what happened. I just one minute I just kind of slipped on it and it just kind of happened and it just I'm not gonna get too disgusting in this chat, but I don't understand how you sit there and cheat on somebody and say, I don't know what happened. Oopsie daisy. I just accidentally fell on it and said, you know what, screw it. Literally. Stack says Nick should have quit because Vicky won't listen to him. DC says, so how do you like new Heather? DC actually liked new Heather. I didn't like the old Heather. I like new Heather better. Angelique says, I did love Tucker today. Oh, I gotta watch it today. Tracy says, how many girls am I going to know? Yeah, Tracy, I can be very spiteful when I need to be. but it's more just like just getting even. And Tracy, I laugh and I joke about that, but I'm not really joking about that. Spike Quick says, "What type of retaliation do you do?" I never actually had anyone cheat on me, so I wouldn't know. But that would be the first thing, though. Spike Quick says, "Oh, I mean." D. Haviland says, "I love the scene between Cam and Heather." Yeah, me too. DC said, "I didn't know Devon had cheated on Amanda before. Damn, I felt bad for her." Yeah, but honestly, to tell you the truth, Amanda handled that like a champ. So I give her props. Mel said, the episode was today. I'm assuming you mean good. Karen says, "I still don't believe Esme is pregnant." Now I have to use my. Nikki says, "We all know what happened on the couch." Nikki said, "This is why I rock with you. This is why I so enjoy having you in my comment section." And that's true. They were all over it. They were christening the house. They were christening the house. I'm gonna try not to laugh about that. Angelique says now Abby will be pregnant with Miracle Child. Stack says, "Yeah, he cheated with Elena." Yeah, that's true. Tracy says it's just a cop out. He knows what happened. Yeah, exactly. Nikki said, "Yep, Dominic will have a sister now." DC says it's so weird because in a way, Chance and Devon are kind of cousins. Yeah, I still gotta look at that family tree. Mel says Devon was in a love triangle with Amanda and Elena. DC says, "So Albert, in your opinion, which soap is killing it?" Um, Y&R was for a hot minute, but now GH is starting to catch some steam. But Days is actually still doing a little bit better. Most of them are actually doing really well. I can't sit there and say like which one is killing it the most, but GH is actually getting a lot better. So I'll say that much. In DC, I don't think they're out of four of them. All of them are not really killing it, but they're doing pretty well, and they're keeping my interest. Spider Quick says Cam and Emma might get together, even though I don't know who Emma is. Yeah, but I mean, Spider Quick, if Emma comes in the show, they're gonna have to sit there and take some money off. Janet is in the chat. What's good? How you doing today? Thank you for joining. Always good to see you. Mel says that song about Abby and Devon cheating. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Mel, now I'm actually gonna sit there and think about that. Every time I see Abby and Devon, we should all think of that song. Janice said Y&R for me. Yeah, Y&R is actually really good this week. DC says, so Jill was once believed to be Catherine's daughter, and Chan's mother and Tucker were related to be the actual child of Catherine, which is why they kind of cut this. Oh, okay. Hmm. Wow. Daisy Flower says, why bring on Emma Cam is recurring. Hmm. Give him a love interest. De Havilland says, here's a thought. Maybe Esme is pregnant by Spencer and not Nicholas. See, I've been saying that for a hot minute. And I've also been neglecting this extremely delicious ice cream. Hmm. Hmm. Sorry about that. Now I went too far. Okay. Uh, Angelic says it's only for young adults, Albert. Yeah, Angelique, but it's about timing though. It's about timing, about how much time that each person has and everything. Daisy Flower said this is what's part of the problem. Yes, exactly. Too many people. DC says, when I saw Elena come back, I was disgusted. Really? DC says, you left this man in his darkest hour. Yeah, DC, but he put himself in that darkest hour, though. Daisy Flower says, hook up Cam with Esme. Richard says, Albert, how do you feel about the way Willow was so nasty to Nina when she apologized? You know what, Richard? She might have been nasty, but Nina had that coming now. Nina had that coming. Like, she really did. I was more mad at Nina. I was more mad at Willow when Wiley went to go hug Nina, and Willow pulled him back. That's when I was annoyed. That's when I was disgusted with Willow. I was annoyed with Willow. I'll say that much. Daisy Flow says a good guy and a good girl are boring. That's true. Uh, Mel says caught me on the stairs wasn't me. Yes, yes, Mel. Yes, that's what we should be thinking every time we see those two together. At least, I was gonna sit there and say at least they didn't lie about it, but they didn't get a chance though. Nikki says I'd rather Elena and Devon instead of Devon and Abby. I can't stand Abby. I do not disagree with you on that one. Stack says Diane tried to get up under Assie's skin when Tucker gave her dirt today. Jack's a whole fool and said, leave the poor woman alone. Okay. All right, Stacks. I gotta look at that. Gotta look at that tonight, tomorrow. I say tonight, but in reality, it's gonna be at work for a little bit, and I'll probably just want to watch it at work. But my nice cinnamon dolce latte. I love that drink. Um, Now DC says I'm not gonna lie, and I love me some Nina, but I mean because she brings out the best in Sunny, but she deserved that tongue lashing that Willow gave her. Yep, yep. Now Tracy says just wanted to tell you the show you did with. Oh, thank you, Tracy. Which that reminds me. Thank you, Tracy. I appreciate that. We had a lot of fun. And also, I got to sit there and give DC his copy too, because I totally forgot about that. So thank you, Tracy, on two fronts. Richard says, understood, we can agree to disagree. Yeah, I rock with you, Richard. I do. Because at least some people will sit there and be like, I agree to disagree. You know? Hmm. Hippies in the chat. What's good? How you doing tonight? Spider Quick says, what's the best storyline right now in every soap opera ever? That's a tough one. That's a tough one. I would have to think about that. Because there are some really good stories. There's some good stories on GH. There's some good stories on Y&R. Hell, there's even some good stories on being big. So I would think about that, and I would definitely get back to you on that because I want to really think about that. Thank you for joining me, Hippie. It's always great to see you. Now, Alicia says she brings out the buckets. DC says Nina brings out this softer side in Sunny that I love. Stack says Nina is Sunny's kryptonite. Hmm. And the fact that he doesn't have a Jason. Well, he doesn't have Jason. That's why I said that Dex can be the new Jason. Oh God, that's good. Get all messy. Now DC says, however, Sunny has always fell for the fashionista type like Kate Howard and Nina. But Carly is the only one who can truly bear his life through and through. That's true. Well, Nina hasn't been tested yet. So let Nina get tested. Right quick says, who's Lisa? And he said, I saw Lisa. Okay. Hippie says, look like Josh is going to be a naughty nurse. Ooh, kind of hot. Richard says, okay. Now Spotty quick says, who's Lisa? I don't know who Lisa is. I know who Kate Howard is. Mel says, I knew that Eric and Nicole were going to hook up when he came back into town. I don't feel sorry for Race because he could see that love between Eric and Nicole. Yeah, but I mean, it's still wrong, though. You know, I really don't feel sorry for him because of what Rafe did to Ava. Elise says Sonny has always had a softer side, didn't need Nina. That's true. Thank you, Black Mind. Yes, we got 25 people in the chat. We got 11 likes. So if you are enjoying the stream, definitely hit the like button. That really does help. And thank you, Black Mind, for reminding me of that. I appreciate that. Because it really does help me. DC says, but then again, Nina was married to a Cassina, so I think she could fare in Sunny's world. Yes, thank you, Angelique. Yes, we got 12 so far, so we're getting up there. But every like does help. So thank you, Angelique. Nikisha says, I like to see Carly treat Sunny like Jack did Eric on All My Children for the final and not give a damn. I'm with that. DC says, I could see Diane being a leading lady on the show. Diane as in Diane Jenkins or Diane as in Diane Miller on GH. Nikki says Nina was only married to Val for a New York minute. That's true. And Valentine and Sonny have different lives. D. Haviland says, I don't like this watered down version of Sonny. I love it. I love it, D. Haviland. And he says, does Sonny know that Nina was married to his brother? DC says Diane Miller as a leading lady on GH. Yeah, I can see that. Mel says Rafe did cheat on Ava. Hope Brady and Sammy. Jesus Christ. Yeah, Mel. I heard he has a pass. I heard he has a pass. Daisy Flower says there's a difference between being the Cassadine and the Corantos. Yep, there is. Daisy Flower, there is. And that's what I was thinking saying. I was like, Val doesn't live Sonny's life. He doesn't deal with the enemies of Port Charles and keeping guns and all sorts of other bad things off on the streets. So good. Now Hippie says now watch Nina be the next Hook victim at the Willow. Told her to drop dead. Oh yes. Now Nikki says Rick was after Nina's money. Yeah. Stacks says look how Nina judged Valentine and Jax for lying. She'll do it. Then she'll do it. Yep. Hypocrite. Alicia said yeah she was okay. Dave Flaw says does anyone remember the Christmas they shut up Laura's and Luke's house? That might have been before my time. DC says Rafe came to Salem as Sammy's FBI bodyguard when she witnessed the man getting assassinated on her doorstep. At the mayor's place, then Abby became mayor shortly after. Nikki said Franco saved Nina from Rick. Interesting storyline. I did take a break from GH at a point, so that yeah. That happened said I forgot that Nina was married to Rick. Yeah, I didn't even know that. Monique says we don't need another Jason. Let Dex be Dex. Thank you for joining, Monique. You might have actually been in Well, thank you for joining. Daisy Flow says, or when Sunny enemies tried to kill Brenda in the shower. Karen says, where's Austin? We just get sprinkles of him. Roger is being wasted on the show. Yep. Daisy Flow says, Albert, YouTube. Oh, okay. I will. I will, Daisy Flower. Thank you. Spider Quick says, where's Molly? Where's Molly? Does anyone know where Molly's at? Seriously, does anyone know where Molly's at? Um, Stack says, Yellow was gangster and killing that man. Daisy Flower says, Sunny's enemies went after everyone. That's true. Mel says, Rafe also cheating on Jordan. No. Rafe is getting the karma that he deserves. That's what it really sounds like. Thank you, Alicia. Thank you for joining. I appreciate you being here. Spider Quick's Molly's the hook. Spider Quick, maybe Molly and DC is the hook. Thank you for joining, Alicia. I really appreciate seeing you here tonight. He said, yeah, check out the channel, Red Soap Opera Documentary. They are uploading classic holiday episodes of ABC. So fun to watch. I'm going to watch them while I cook for Thanksgiving. I would definitely check them out. Monique says, rape on days, right? Yeah. Yeah, I heard he was quite a character back in the day, so his karma is coming from. What it came from. DC said, yeah, Rad channel is the DC, how come you never actually put me up on Rad's channel? We're gonna have to talk. Oh, DC. No, I'll just email you. Spider Quick says Molly and DC seem like they're vacationing. Yep. Well, he did do a live earlier. Stack says Luke killed Frank Smith, so I never understood why Luke was mad at Sonny. For Sonny beating Ethan to an inch of his life when Ethan said that he didn't do anything to Christina. Now DC says, I couldn't be the hook. Those outfits were a bit too tight for you to wear. Monique says, was Rafe the one that raped Sammy, or was it EJ? I heard it was EJ, and I probably shouldn't have said the RAP word, but it was already typed out, so screw it. Now DC says, I'll put you on the Rad channel multiple times. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. I really had to think about that one. Mel says, I really think Ava was the best woman for Rafe. Then Nicole, and she should have not have backstabbed and heartbreaking do to Ava. What's good, Nate? How you doing tonight? Yeah, I saw you yesterday on Dion's Corner for a little bit. Hippie says sounds like something EJ would do, not Rafe. Hippie, do you watch Days of Our Lives? Because I know you watch GH. But what other soap operas do you watch? Let's start from there. Now Hippie said, but I haven't watched Days in a long time. Okay. De Havilland says, I don't think that Dante and Sam will last. Yeah, me either. I'm surprised it will last this long. Stack says, I'm not talking about when Frank Men shut up Loose Club and Brenda was in the shower. Oh, okay. All right, my bad, Stacks. Oh, Hippie, you said you just watched GH. Okay. Spiderquake says, "Are you streaming on Saturday or Sunday with Brock and DC?" But that's the thing. I was trying to get in contact with DC today because I want to get his thoughts. I want to get his thoughts on it, and I'm gonna hit up Brock tomorrow. The thing is, I'm available Saturday or Sunday, so it just really depends on those two. But I'm gonna I'm gonna I'm gonna email DC tonight. Since for some odd reason when I text him, it just blocked. All right, DC, I will. The Halfling says Molly is in the attic with other children and Monica. The Halfling says, in my opinion, the only woman that can handle Sonny's lifestyle is Carly. 100% agree. DC says, I did not block. Well, DC, I'm not saying you did block me. I just didn't understand why. Maybe I shouldn't actually said it that way. I just didn't understand why it kept not like going to your phone. Now Monique says Sam is attracted to danger like her mom. The danger pulls them in. She would Dante because he is the ideal guy her mom wants her to be with. Yes. Monique, Monique, you remember when Sam was with Patrick? Remember that? I wasn't even watching it even that much back then, and I was just like, "What? What are you doing? What?" Spiderquake says Nina might be able to. No, Spiderquake says Nina might be able to. She was with Val. Maybe you got to put it to the test. Okay, Monique. So what did you think of that pair? What did you think of Patrick and Sam being together? Spiderquake says, and wasn't Nina again this one crazy chick? Her Finn Valentine and Anna. Then Anna got kidnapped or something. You mean Heather? You're talking about? I don't know what you're talking about. Um, but like I said, Spiderquake, it's going to have to be put to the test as far as if Nina can sit there and handle what's going on. I don't know. Hmm. The thing is, I was gonna sit there and say again, people are like in the chat, definitely hit the like button. But I feel like everyone is in the chat probably already hit the like button. And I also don't like being one of those people who say, hit the like button, hit the like button. Like me. It just sounds so annoying. And I feel like at this point that everyone that's in here, um, yeah, is doing their part just by being here. I don't really be too obnoxious about that. Tisha says, no, like, uh, thank you, Jen, and I appreciate that. I really do. How about I was actually about to start choking on live. Hippie says I think Sonny and Carly will get back together sooner or later. Probably gonna be later, Hippie. It's gonna be much, 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 much later because of Maurice Bernard. Now Monique says it was okay for a while, but it got to be boring because both were still grieving over Robin and Jason. She was with him, I believe, because she didn't want to be alone and wanted a man in her life. Yeah, it seemed like that because it just seemed like a really odd pairing. Tracy says it's fine to say hit the like button. I'm only seeing 3. Thank you, Tracy. I try to do it without getting super annoying. Without getting super annoying. Lanikia is in the chat. Let's everyone say what's up to Lanikia. I hate Sonny and Carly together. It was so toxic. DC says I see over 18 on my end. Okay, maybe it's a it's a delayed process in our minds. Um, but yeah, let's everyone say what's up to Lanikia down. Now Monique says not just for her, but for her sons. Yeah, that's true. Richard says, I hope you're wrong. Okay. Dizzy Flo says Maurice doesn't want that never brung Robin and Jason. Let me read that again. Daisy Flo says Maurice doesn't want that never brought Robin and Jason. Okay. Uh no, that's cool, Daisy Flo. I want to read, you know. Lanikia is killing it with these reviews. I mean, I gotta give you your props. I gotta give you your props. Like when I saw the numbers on your days reviews, I was like, okay, I clearly gotta sit there and step on my videos. Like Lanikia is killing it. She is killing it. So definitely, if you're not subscribed to her channel, subscribe to her channel as well. She also does reviews. She does reviews on all four. God bless this one. She does reviews on all four soap operas. Um, Hippie says if Jason comes back, I would like to see him with Britt. Yeah, Hippie, I think everyone would. Karen says I would love for Rick to come back and totally ignore Sunny. My guy Slick Rick. Now Daisy Flaw says Maurice doesn't want a Carson rerun. I never bought Jason and Robin as a couple. Okay. Yeah, Daisy Flaw, you're right. That's what I was meant to, I was like, hmm. Maurice was like he was just done. He wants something different. DC says I feel in this day and age, it's like you gotta watch all four. Yeah, that's true, DC. For many reasons. Monique says the only way Jason comes back to GH is if they write him differently. Hmm. Nathan said, I don't want to see Jason with Britt if Jason comes back. Honestly, the first time felt a little bit too Jason Sam. Hmm. Lakeisha said didn't just sign. Yeah, Lineker, yeah, he did. Steve signed with Days. So we're not going to be seeing Steve on GH. See, for me, I get to see him on Days. So I'm like, okay, fine. I'll be still miss him on GH. DC so way Albert besides Port Charles and GH. You never ever experimented watching other soap operas back in the day where you never curious. You know, DC at the time when I watched um like a lot of the ABC shows, I just felt like maybe the dialogue just wouldn't be the same on the other shows. Have a good day, Monique. Thank you for joining. I just felt like the dialogue just would not be the same. It wouldn't be modern, like like it wasn't on One Life to Live. When I started watching it, um, I think I remember watching Days. No, I was watching Young and the Restless, and I was just like, people don't talk like that. So it just didn't really work for me. Um, Hippie, no, not Jason, but the actor Steve is going to be on Days of Our Lives. So yeah, Stack says Steve's been told his fans he wouldn't come back. Oh, Stacks, was that okay? Is that like on a video or is it like on a post? Please tell me. Nikisha says it's funny. The reason I started watching Y&R was because Steve came on. I watched BMD just because it came on after Y&R. Now I'm going to see him on Days too. Yeah, full circle. Interesting. Lanikia says I used to only watch ABC. Yeah, I don't know. It was something about ABC shows back in the day. It's like when you saw them, it was just very difficult to really stacks. Stacks, if you can email me it, please do. Um, email me the video. I I'm going to start watching other soap operas plus General Hospital. Yeah, be a good idea, D. Evelyn. And then we can have some other stuff to talk about. DC says, I feel like the other soaps were too mushy gusly for you, and GH had in the mob stop. Be honest, LOL, because GH was the one soap. No, no, DC, that's not true. My first soap opera was One Like to Live. So I can't even say that. My first soap opera was One Like to Live. It got me into the other ones. Now says I know that Tucker wants to take both Jabot and Chancellor Winters over for Ashley's ex-wife to be in charge of Jabot and Devon's son to be in charge of Winter and Chancellor. Devon is going to betray Lily. Yes, Mel, that's exactly what Victor said. Buddy Quick says U-Buck TV, DC, and Lanikia should do a live together. Very interesting. I feel like that would be a lot. But I definitely would want to do a live with Lanikia though. That sounds like that'll be a lot of fun. Um DC says ABC soap operas did have a more modern flair to them. They felt more down to earth, like more realistic. Yeah. Nikki says, oh, okay. De Havilland said, I miss all my children. De Havilland says, I miss all my children and would like to live in Ryan's hope. In the edge of night. Juanita is in the chat. What's good? Everybody, I just wanted some drama. They dropped the ball. Crazy lady could have went out with some drama. I'm so bored. Give us some thing on GH. Nikki says I would watch them, Nikisha, but not every day like the soap. I mean like the soaps on ABC. Buddy Quick says, I know she loved Brando, but Lanikia had to kill Brando to cover his tracks. Stack says, I miss AMC and IKTH. Now, Lanikia says, I love me some Brando. Yeah, but it's too bad he was just a wasted character towards the end, though. Now, Nikisha said, Lanikia, autocorrect keeps changing the spelling of your name. DC says, even Albert abandoned One Like to Live for GH. He was part of the problem. You're kind of right. You're kind of right. But I did watch a lot of Port Charleston. Stanford said the ice cream is melting. Stir away. Yeah. Oh wait, sorry. Yeah, it is. But it's still so good, though. It's still so good. Now I like challenges. I mean, I like saving challenges. Says I also like Brando. Um, Jessica's in the chat. Hi, finally finished GH. Nikki said I'm so scared he's gone get food poisoning from that screen. Uh, uh, You know, it's really funny is that it really wouldn't be funny if I actually did get poisoned. Well, if I got food poisoning. Now, Lanikia says, "Baby Want to Live was my show." LOL. On remember when Todd stalked Nora when she was blind? Hmm, that might have been before my time. I think I started watching it when they put on Colin McGeiger, I think. Mel says I was watching The Young and Restless, First and Passions, but when that got canceled, then Days of Our Lives. DC says, but would you give poor Charles a chance if it wasn't affiliated with GH? Yeah, I would. I would DC. Diaphonus says, I miss Ryan's Hope and all my children will like to live in the edge of tomorrow. Dark Shadows too. Nikisha says, I remember why. No, Nikisha says, I remember Todd stalking Nora. I liked it because I didn't like Nora. Nikisha, why you didn't like Nora? Now, Stack says Victor's looking for Valentine and Anna. That is true. That is definitely true. Um, Jessica, if you're still in the chat, did you like one like? I mean, did you like General Hospital today? Yeah, I'm curious about that. Lanikia also like why you don't like Nikisha? What do you got against Nora? What do you got against Nora? Curious. Now Nikisha says because Nora came between Gannon brothers and she didn't deserve neither one. Hmm. Now DC says Days and Y&R have been bringing it. Yeah, me too. Me too, DC. But here's the thing, DC. With Days, I expected. With Y&R, that's what I'm impressed with. Hippie says I seen Brando in an interview after he got hooked. Is that with Jacqueline Stone Cold? Jessica says it was okay a few unnecessary scenes. Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that. And I think that's why when DC asked me was GH also like what shows was killing it, I was like GH was good. It wasn't super great, but it was good, you know. But you said it best. Mel says I don't like the way Audra is chasing Noah is so desperate. Yeah, no, that's true. That's true. But Allie and Nora, I mean Allie and Noah are just boring as hell. So as much as I don't like Audra, and I really don't, now Lanikia says Days is hands down my favorite. The writing has put in time on that soap. Um, Lanikia, who's your favorite character on Days of Our Lives, and why? DC says, yeah, Y&R is bringing it. Shocked me as well. Diane Chelsea are carrying this show right now, and Nate is up next. Hippie says yes. Oh, okay, Hippie. Yeah, no, I gotta watch that. I gotta watch that. That interview with him. DC says Noah has never been an interesting character on Y&R, and this time it's no different. Sadly, yeah, but that's what Audra's coming in. That's just well for me anyways, making it interesting. Nikki says I'm new to Days, but I can feel the chemistry with Gabby and Stefan. I bet they were. I rather him as Johnny Zakar. Yeah, Nikki, I'm not gonna lie. It took me a hot minute to really see them differently. Even when he was Jake and he was more down to earth, like Johnny. But you are right about that as far as the chemistry goes. Stack says Esme says she didn't try to hook Nicholas. She lied like she breathes. Yeah, Stacks, but here's the thing though. What if she's telling the truth? Mel says, I don't like Allie Horton and she is an airhead. Yes. Yes, Mel. I agree with that 100%. 150%. Nikki says, I enjoy talking on Y&R. I like how the other characters respond to him. Yeah, me too. Me too, Nikisha. Hippie says, days got strange when Marlena was. Yeah. But Hippie, that's always been the case with them now. As far as they always did like the supernatural stuff. Have a good night, dear Haviland. Thank you for joining. Possess, yeah. I'm not gonna lie, Hippie. There was times when I was doing reviews when I didn't like to even say the D word because it was night, it was dark, and I didn't have neighbors upstairs at the time. Now DC says, but they've done this storyline with Noah before when he had a girlfriend, then a girlfriend from the past comes to town to wreck things. I don't think they know how to write for him. That's a shame. Um, I mean, like I said, Noah and Shannon. I've talked about that from time to. I've talked about that daily as far as like characters that they can just get rid of. Karen says, "Why bring Heather back to have her be caught so quick? Because most likely she's going to escape, which would be really stupid. Now think about that." Nikki says, "Same thing, Karen." Nikki says, "Seems like a waste of Heather Weber." Yeah, that is true. You're right. Now Hippie says, "Sorry, I didn't finish that. I meant to say days." No, I know, Hippie. I know exactly what you was talking about. I know what you was talking about. DC says, "I thought Heather was going to end up at Jeff Weber's house." Honestly, yeah, that would have made more sense. That would have made more sense than her just going to Kelly's to talk to Cam. DC's 100% right. Juanita says, "Me too. I was looking for something." Mel says, "Alex is calling on me every day, so he seems sweet, but don't like the way Stephanie is treating him as a second choice." Yeah, nobody likes to be a consolation prize. Jessica says, "Cam handled her well." Yeah, but Jessica, do you think that Heather would have? If okay, do you think that if Heather didn't know that Franco loved Cam so much that Cam probably would have been dead? Like let's just be real for a minute. To have listened up and got Porch. Yeah, Port Charles was great. Port Charles got me in a GH actually. Um, but yeah, Jessica, do you think that if Franco didn't love Cam so much that Cam would be alive? Angelique says Heather needs to cross paths with Ryan because she wrote him a letter. That's true. Stack said whether when Heather Weber leave Ferncliff, and Keith says Cam is the best man on GH right now. Why do you think so? Um, Now DC says, especially since Jeff Weber is finally on after all these years, how great it would have been for Heather to have a scene with Jeff after all these years. That's true. Nikish says it is sweeps right now. See, yep, it is. That is true, Nikisha. We are in sweeps week. Karen says Port Charles and Michael Easton as Caleb was off. Yes, it was, Karen. Yes, it was. It was amazing. Okay. It was amazing. Stack says Heather crazy, but she wouldn't hurt a kid. That's true, Stacks. But here's the thing, though. He's not a kid anymore. Like the dude's in college. He's like at least 19 years old. Mel says Noah's girlfriend Tess had an affair with Raya, and that made me sick. Didn't know that. Jessica says, honestly, I don't know. I think she would have just wanted her bite. I don't know why he would serve her with a knife. Yeah, exactly, Jessica. A plastic. Jessica, what did you thought the way that Dante actually handled Heather? Wasn't it just hilarious? Was it just like the best thing ever? Like, yeah, let's just give her a knife. Let Dante just put his gun away. Let him just do that. Now, Lanikia says Mariah and Tessa boring. They have no clue what to do with them. I agree. I 100% agree. I, I'm like, yo, they're just wait. Well, I'm not even gonna sit there and talk about why they're there. We all know why they're there, so let's not even talk about why they are still in the show. Because we all know why Mariah and Tess are still on the show. DC says, but are any of the storylines on GH right now even sweep worthy? Hmm. Good point. Now Jessica says Heather jumped off the roof with Danny as a baby, so she might hurt a kid. Yeah, exactly, Jessica. And I'm like, if she did that with a baby, what do you think she's gonna do with a grown man? He's practically grown. Um, DC says I also feel Heather probably wouldn't kill Cam since he's Steve Lars' nephew. That's a good point. Stack says they brought Amanda back for that. Exactly. Exactly. Nikki says I don't feel sweet. I feel disappointed. Oh, I love it, Nikisha. I love it. Daisy Flaw says Cam is sweet but boring. Now Janice says I agree with Nikia, Mariah, and Tessa boring. DC says it would be nice if Mariah was a quest to discover her and Cassie's biological father side of the family. Nikki says Nikki says not disappointed with B&B because I know better than to expect it. I swear, Nikisha, you should do you see? I feel like Nikisha should probably start doing some soap opera reviews. I would so support that idea if Nikisha actually did soap opera reviews because she would definitely kill it. Now, Daisy Flaw says Dante de-escalate the situation. The actor's recurring. I mean, I get that Daisy Flaw, but when you watch that scene and you watch him get so close to the knife, it's like, are you kidding me? Now, Jessica says for sure Nikisha would be a great review. Yes, yes, she would. Yes, she would. Um, Lanikia said they could have left Amanda where she. Yeah, exactly. But she killed that scene. So Hippie says Cam is a little rock star. I don't think he is boring. They just haven't been giving him that much time. That's true. But Daisy Flaw also says the actor's recurring. So Stack says Dante is a good guy. I mean, yeah, but I mean, there's the difference between a good guy and a terrible cop. Um, DC says, God, today made me realize how much I don't miss doing reviews. DC, a lot of people in the chat loves when you do reviews. So don't even say something like that. Mel says the only thing about Mariah that was not boring was when she got kidnapped. Yep, 100% agree, Mel. DC says Cam is too much of a goody two shoes, like Robin was a goody two shoes, and they needed to give her diagnosis to give her character some meat. He said, "Thank you, all my daughter tells me to start a channel. It's too much time, though. I see how much effort you all put into it. Thank you, Nikisha. I think that you have a good voice. You make some really good points. Make some really good points. And it's not like, well, I don't want to sit there and say it because let's just sit there and say, Nikisha, I think you'll be good at it. And if you ever did decide to do it, I would 100% back you on it. DC says, no, you read that wrong. I said it made me realize how much I'm. Oh, oops, my bad. my bad, DC. Um, Hippie says, Cam also spice up the nurse ball. Mel says, I love the old Noah. DC said, yeah, Nikisha, we could use another voice. Yeah, I agree. I agree with that, DC. I agree with that. But it is actually getting late, and I do want to finish at least trying to do my review on Days of Our Lives before I go to bed, at the very least. So, with that being said, I'm actually going to end the stream tonight, but I will be back here tomorrow, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Oh, Brooklyn's in the chat. No, Brooklyn, that would be interesting. That would be interesting. Have a good night, Stacks. Have a good night, Angelique. Have a good night, Jessica. Have a good night, Daisy. Oh, never mind. Really, would you like Cam or Dex? Daisy Flowers at the end say Dex. But Brooklyn, you make a very, very, very good point. Good night, DC. I will definitely sit there and try to text you. Actually, I'm gonna try to call you before I go to bed. Which is probably after the stream. Nikisha, you have a great night. Thank you for coming in. I really appreciate seeing you. You made me laugh. It was a lot of fun. Daisy Flaw, have a good night. Thank you for joining. Have a good night, Angelique. Have a good night, Janet. Have a good night, Brooklyn. Thank you for joining. I appreciate it. I think I did say have a good night. Oh, yeah, I did say have a good night to Stacks. But if I didn't, have a good night, Stacks. Have a good night, Monique. Have a good night, Auto 20. Have a good night, Mel. Have a good night, Spiderquake. Have a good night, Juanita. Have a good night, Hippie. Mel, it was really great. Really great seeing you. Have a good night, Tracy Steves. It was great seeing you as always. I think that's pretty much about it. I'm pretty sure I did say have a good night to Hippie and Juanita. Oh, and Blackmon. Blackmon, Monique. If I didn't say goodnight to you, then have a good night, everyone. Have a good night, everyone that I didn't say goodnight to. This was so much fun. I look forward to seeing everyone. Oh, have a good night, Lanikia. Have a good night, Lanikia. Thank you for joining the chat. It was great seeing you. So yes, have a good night, everyone. Stay safe. At this point, I'm just kind of rambling, so I'm just gonna go. But I look forward to seeing each and every single one of y'all tomorrow back here again at 8 p.m. Um, 8 p.m. Eastern Pacific Standard Time on New York time. I'll also make a post just to remind people, but it's going to be a weekly thing. Have a good night, Janet. All right.